Welcome to Frank Pello Reports, a feature where Frank shares conversations with members of our community.
Hello, this is Frank. I'm here speaking to Nick Harrop, who is one of the trustees and a chorus member of Duchy Opera. Hello.
Hello.
So we're going to be speaking about The Merry Widow, which you are part of this coming week at the Princess Pavilions.
Yeah, we're performing this Friday and Saturday, the 5th and 6th, aren't we? At 7:30? 7:30. Yeah. We've been rehearsing this for now, possibly 9 months or something like that.
9 months?
Yeah. Well, the chorus, you see, I mean, we take quite a lot of wrangling. You know, it's a strange opera in a way that there's the principal parts are like, solid all the way through it. But the chorus, actually, we come on and we sing a little bit and then we go off and then we come on and then we sing a little bit. But it's usually one line at a time. And it's only literally in the last couple of weeks where we've started to get an idea about how the whole thing hangs together. Luckily, our director has got a much better idea of that sort of thing than we do, because we're just minions, really, to his, his artistic vision.
So is that why the production's been chosen? Because obviously you're an amateur group and it wouldn't be fair to put too much pressure on a particular singer.
Well, it's because we're amateur, and therefore most of us involved in this have got like full-time jobs to do, and therefore we can't actually sort of like give so much full-time practice to actually learning the roles, and therefore that's why we need to start so long ago. But when I say we're amateur, we're sort of semi-professional. We have got professional singers in the lead roles, and I mean by that they get paid, and they are all from the Royal College of Music and places like this, and they've sung with like major operatic companies, and they're really, really good.
So are they sort of flown in, or do you practice with them during the 9 months?
Whoever we can get at any given time, actually, on a Sunday night. The problem actually is that because the people of this sort of caliber, singers of this sort of caliber, they're much in demand, and therefore they're really, really busy, you see. So therefore they're not always available to practice with the rest of the chorus, and therefore we quite often have members of the chorus sort of standing in for the principals occasionally. But for the last 2 months, we've had most of the principals along. But we've also got principals who were taken out of the chorus as well, who are actually regular members of the Duchy Opera, you see, who actually audition for parts. Oh, Ian Kimber, for instance, is a regular with us, isn't he? And
So what got you interested in opera singing?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a dare. I was sat reading the local newspaper, about 15 years ago, and it actually had an advert in it for a chorus required for Carmen at the Minack Theatre. And I said to my friend I was reading it with, I said, I could do that. And she went, yeah, but you won't, will you? And I went, yeah, but I might. So I did. So, and it was brilliant. I just absolutely loved it, and continued. Well, to be fair, I did actually have a 10-year break between that and the next one I did. Nevertheless, yeah, I absolutely adore it, yeah.
What's the experience like singing at the Minack or at the Princess Pavilions? Is the venue give off a different sort of feel to?
Entirely, like the Minack, obviously, because it's outdoors. And the main problem with the Minack is that you're competing with the wildlife, heard of shows that have actually had to stop because a pod of dolphins, swum into the bay, and everybody's oohing and ahhing at the dolphins, and hello, what about us? On the stage, you paid to see us, not the dolphins. Obviously, we don't have that problem at the Princess Pavilion, do we? The Princess Pavilion, yeah, I mean, it's the biggest local venue. I mean, I'm living in Falmouth, so for me, it's the biggest local venue. Yeah, it's a different experience singing outdoors than it is indoors, because the sound dissipates a lot more outdoors and you don't get any sort of echo. So it's a lot harder in a way. I think you have to project more. Well, so I'm told. I sound like I know what I'm talking about. Actually. I just sing as loud as I possibly can all the time, and then get told to be quiet by the musical director.
So do you sing in English? Because I know that opera is generally foreign language.
Well, this particular opera was written in German, but we are singing as an English translation, okay? So, yeah, most of the things that we do are in English because there's a story to be told, you see, and, that's the whole point of it in a way. We do occasionally, when we do concerts, we do actually do pieces in other languages as well. There's a little bit more authenticity to like singing something in the language it's originally been written in, of course, you see, because the person, the composer, the writer obviously heard it in their own head, not being sung in English like, usually 150 years in the future.
Also, does it make it more accessible to people coming along?
Well, we like to think so, especially with something like, The Merry Widow, which has got like, it's a fun story, you see, that it's... it's a fun story, actually, isn't it? I mean, having said that, we'd been doing it in bits and pieces. That we had a run through the other night, and I suddenly saw the whole thing together, and like, oh, this is really, really good story as well. Because normally we're used to just singing like a little bit, and it's like, I don't really know how this fits into the rest. Probably should have read the script, or at least the synopsis, but I didn't.
Recently, there's been some discussion about people saying that opera is past it and is a dying art. I think the Hollywood actor Timothy Chalamet had some comments about that. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'd rather go and see this than a lot of Timothy Chalamet films. That's all I can say.
So,
it's been around a really long time, and rumours of its demise are much exaggerated.
So if anybody does want to come and see this and maybe go against what Timothy Chalamet has been saying, can you again tell us the information, how they can get hold of tickets?
Right, how you get hold of tickets, Minack Theatre, box office, or at the door.
Or at the door. Lovely, no problem.
Yeah, and there's posters that we're putting and flyers that we're putting all around town. But the easiest way is to go through the Minack box office, and tickets are still available for this weekend, yes.
Wonderful. And what are you going to do with all your time now that this production is coming to an end?
Just sit and cry in a darkened room.
And
prepare for next year's production. We're doing Carmen next year.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be my third time. Yeah, I'm hoping to get promoted to third soldier, possibly, from fourth.
Well, good luck. This is Frank handing back to the studio.